The Gospel according to St. John, chapter 2, verses 13 to 25. Since the Passover of the Jews was near, Jesus went up to Jerusalem. He found in the temple area those who sold oxen, sheep, and doves, as well as the money changers seated there. He made a whip out of cords and drove them out of the temple area with the sheep and oxen, and spilled the coins of the money changers and overturned their tables. And to those who sold doves he said, "Take these out of here, and stop making my Father's house a marketplace." His disciples recalled the words of Scripture, "Zeal for your house will consume me." At this the Jews answered and said to him, "What sign can you show us for doing this?" Jesus answered and said to them, "Destroy this temple, and in 3 days I will raise it up." The Jews said, "This temple has been under construction for 46 years, and you will raise it up in 3 days?" But he was speaking about the temple of his body. Therefore, when he was raised from the dead, his disciples remembered that he had said this, and they came to believe the Scripture and the word Jesus had spoken. While he was in Jerusalem for the feast of Passover, many began to believe in his name when they saw the signs he was doing. But Jesus would not trust himself to them because he knew them all and did not need anyone to testify about human nature. He himself understood it well. The first thing that comes to mind is the anger of Jesus. It was a just anger. But why did Jesus get angry? The reason was because religion was being misused. The officials of the temple, and some of the Pharisees and leaders of the people, they were making money on religion. For example, the sacrifices of the sheep or doves, whatever it might be, could have been purchased downtown much cheaper, but they would not have the kosher mark on them. And so they had to purchase them there at the temple, and cost them much more. The same with the use of money. The special money that had to be used at the temple was not the ordinary money they brought from their country or from a different money, the ordinary money, but for the temple taxes and for the temple offerings, they had to use a special money. And so the money changers also took advantage of the people. And Jesus, seeing this, he realized that religion was being misused. And so he became very angry, as we just read, And he cast them out of the temple area where actually they were permitted to do money changing, or to sell animals for sacrifice. But it was the misuse of religion that provoked Jesus and made him very angry. Another thing is, Jesus talked about rebuilding the temple, that he would destroy it, and that in 3 days he would raise it up again. Well, of course, they spoke or thought about the material temple, which took so many years, 46 years, they said, to construct. But Jesus was speaking about his body, the resurrection. The third thing we might think about is our attitude in church. Our attitude when we go to a place of worship. Do we have the reverence and respect that is due in such a place? In many places, that seems to be something of the past, and people use a sacred place as a secular hall or an ordinary place to deal or talk about material things. So these are the reasons why Jesus was provoked, and it tells us something, that in our own lives, especially when we go to church, that we have a reverent and a respectful attitude, realizing we are in the presence of God. May the Lord bless you and keep you, preserve you from all that is evil, and give you good health, and bless you in every way.